Hey, what's going on everyone? Matthew from therighttrader.com here, back today with another daily crypto update. As per usual, I'm going to be going over Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, Ripple, Neo, Vertcoin, Monero, Omisigo, and Lisk, all of those in a more detailed technical analysis. In just a second, I'm also going to be talking a little bit more about Bitcoin Cash, kind of updating you all on what's been going on, as far as the technicals are concerned. And other than that, go check out Coinbase.com if you haven't purchased cryptocurrencies yet. You can get $10 free when you sign up. I have a referral link in the description, and they're not a sponsor. I just use it myself. So, if you were thinking about buying cryptos, that's the place where I go personally. Now, as far as the general market goes and the altcoins, a lot of red today. Bitcoin Cash has obviously been moving all over the place. It spiked up pretty high, over $2,000. It actually managed to bypass Ethereum's market cap for a while yesterday, and now it did fall back down, but just the fact that it was able to do that is pretty worrisome, some might say. It really depends on how you look at this whole situation, but it's definitely out of the ordinary and something that people did not really expect. Now, if you watch my price prediction on Bitcoin Cash, I'll leave a link to my price prediction playlist in the description in the comments below. I did actually predict the rise to 1,500/2,000. Of course, my price prediction was for the next 6 to 12 months out, so it did happen faster than expected. But as you can see, it's dropping. It's dropping a bit now. We're having a bit of a pullback. So I still think that it'll hang around 1,500 for a while now. In between 1,500 and 2,000. And yeah, I think I was pretty accurate on that prediction. We'll see how high it can really go in the future. Please let me know your thoughts on Bitcoin Cash and the whole situation. Where do you see it going? I'm really kind of perplexed about it at this point, but I'd like to hear what you all think on this situation, and where do you think it'll reach even higher levels, right? Reach the $3,000 range in 2018. I'd be interested to hear your thoughts on that. But just to give you a quick update, like I said, a lot of red. What is this from? It's very hard to say. My best guess at this point would just be that it's just general fear and sort of the drama around Bitcoin Cash that that caused this sort of collapse here. And of course, a lot of money has been exiting Bitcoin, going into Bitcoin Cash, and just the fact that Bitcoin itself is dropping. Unfortunately, the altcoins are sort of following Bitcoin's lead here once again, which isn't exactly what I wanted to see, but that's just what's happening. Ethereum holding up pretty well, but other than that, let's jump right into the technical analysis. So just to give you guys a quick update on what's been going on with Bitcoin Cash, of course, it's very overextended as far as the indicators go, but it is in full breakout mode. Now we're starting to see things maybe turn around a bit for the short term. The RSI is sort of tapering off here in the $93 area, which is pretty unsustainable already, and it actually made a high yesterday of just under $2,800, right? $2,799. So that is just mind-blowing, and it sold off very heavily. It wasn't able to sustain those levels at all. So, who knows at this point? We could see this one going higher slowly but surely. I would say that we'll probably get some consolidation here, a little bit of a break. Will we get a stronger pullback? It's possible. We might get a retest of 1,000 in the near future, maybe the next couple weeks, just to sort of set in another support point right there. And usually that happens after a big breakout. So that's kind of what I would expect. At least some consolidation, maybe even it testing it back $1,000. But there's so much strength in it right now that yeah, it might not happen just yet. But if we move over to Bitcoin now, you'll see that like I predicted, I've been very accurate in my prediction of Bitcoin falling here after this whole hard fork drama. Now, what's been going on? Well, it didn't hold this first trend line over here. It didn't hold the second one really at all, which is actually pretty interesting. It pretty much went right through that whole $6,000 area. And we're now, it got some support at 5,555. Will it hold that and not go lower? There is some good support in this area, but I think that at this point, we are going to see the test of 5,000 slash 4,900, maybe to be more accurate. So based on these two previous candlesticks over here, in the next couple days, I guess. And yeah, it's just looking like more weakness is going to come in for the market, and probably some altcoins are going to take a hit as well, unfortunately. We'll just have to see where it bounces off, but as of right now, with the collapse that it's having, it's not even really at the lower Bollinger Band yet. I think that will come and test this trend line at this $4,900 area, and probably get a nice bounce off that, and hopefully from there things can really start stabilizing and moving in more normal fashion, because this has been a bit all over the place in the past couple days because of the Bitcoin Cash, that whole ordeal. So moving over to Ethereum, which has actually been holding up impressively well here, considering what a lot of the altcoins were doing, right? A lot of the altcoins today are down like 10%. Ethereum holding up pretty nicely, only down, about 2.5%. So unfortunately, it's not really holding this $312 area. So, I was hoping that it could hold above that. Of course, there's a lot of weakness, so it came and tested this downtrend line over here. At least it has a lot of support, going forward. It'll have this uptrend line. It's currently bouncing off this downtrend line, like I said. And let me just zoom in just a tad so you can see a bit better. This is the downtrend line that I'm talking about, but as we move forward, just in a couple days, that will be kind of irrelevant. It'll just be based off this uptrend line over here. And yeah, hopefully it can kind of sustain itself pretty well, hold on this uptrend line, and just slowly grind up and break above this $312 area again, and really get some strength where it can move, even if it's slowly but steadily, up to 3,500. That would be pretty good for Ethereum, I would say. And it looks possible here. It really depends on if there's some major crisis that happens in the next couple of days with everything that's going on. It could turn things around, but it's holding up pretty well here, better than most actually. So gotta give credit where credit's due, and the indicators are looking fine right now. Nothing really special. Currently still in the symmetrical triangle on the RSI here as far as Ethereum's concerned. Let's move over to Litecoin now. And Litecoin, unfortunately, did take pretty big hit today, down 7%. Now, if we look at the indicators, it's testing this downtrend line over here. We might break through that. It's not really looking like it's going to get a big, strong bounce, but we'll have to see. Not really that much to say, though. And as far as the MACD goes, we're still kind of downtrending. The histogram is starting to pull back down. It looks like we might start to flip on the MACD as well, which wouldn't be great. I would like to really see it, move higher here, but might not be likely at this point. What is a good sign is it did bounce pretty nicely off this brown line, the middle band over here. Currently sitting at $57. So that's a good sign. It bounced off it just 2 days ago as well. So that's definitely going to be, a new support level that can hopefully help keep the price, in an upwards direction. Now, what you do have to realize is that we did actually break below the uptrend line. We're not in, some kind of full collapse mode yet. Of course, that happened, a while back, and we were able to recover from that. But that's never a good sign, right? Because when you break this uptrend line, there's not going to be much left until some kind of bigger collapse happens right now. Of course, we have stronger support at the $50 area, which would probably, hold the price there if something bad happened. But we don't really want to see it break under this uptrend line. So hopefully this is just pretty temporary, and we will move back above it with the brown line, supporting the price, like I said. And really, the best case scenario here would just be climbing, even if it's a bit slowly and a bit of a struggle, up until the $67 area again, and hopefully moving above that. Now, moving over to Ripple. Ripple, let's see what's been going on with that one. Sorry, I usually use Bittrex for all the altcoins, so let me change the exchange. Now, Ripple taking a pretty big hit today, and actually a hit that's going to create some damage here as far as the technicals go. Now, as you can see, it was a pretty big red candlestick, down over 8%. And what happened here is we now broke below this uptrend line. So that's definitely not a good sign. And we broke pretty strongly through that. So that's going to be, yet another added resistance level. We're going to have the middle band that's going to create, a very tight range for this crypto. And it's currently sitting at 20 cents. So that's going to be yet another added resistance. Of course, we have all the other candlesticks in that area as well. And what you have to be paying attention to here is the indicators also, because things are kind of turning for the worse now. This might be just a little bit of consolidation, or it could be a bit bigger drop. It did actually dip today all the way down until 16 cents, which I've been calling for a while. So I guess my prediction came true on that. But and it bounced nicely off that, which is good to see. It actually bounced really nicely off that big upper candlestick. So hopefully, we'll still be in this range in between 18 cents and 21 cents for a while, and it can hold there. Or, if we really break and hold, get a closing candlestick under this 18-cent area, we'll probably, start trading into this $15, $16 range for a while. Now, the MACD is pulling back down. Of course, we could just get a bounce off here if it's going to stay range bound. We'll just have to wait and see what happens. If it crosses over, though, that obviously won't be a good sign. And we're now, back under the uptrend line on the RSI. So Ripple, not looking great here. We're just going to have to see, is it going to stay in this range, or is it going to, move lower in the next couple days and really start trading at some lower prices, right? Now, let's move over to NEO. NEO, it's been also kind of all over the place. Now, unfortunately, taking a pretty big hit today here as well. Broke below the uptrend line. Is holding now above this black support line, right? The horizontal line that I drew it around, what's this, $24. So kind of a similar situation as Ripple. Now I would say it's a little bit less worrisome of a drop. We are dipping under the downtrend line, which was serving as support. So that's pretty unfortunate on the RSI. And MACD is just kind of flat right now, not giving us much information, but kind of just expected to consolidate. Hopefully it can get some more strength and move up above this uptrend line. We'll just have to wait and see if that happens, but definitely probably some consolidation here for the near future for NEO as well. So that's definitely a trend here amongst most of the altcoins at least. Let's see what's been going on with Vertcoin. Vertcoin taking a pretty big hit here today, down about 15%. Now, what's funny is, I've been pretty accurate here, I would say, with Vertcoin. It's acting as expected, as I predicted, which is basically just some consolidation. We've already seen it test, this support level that I drew over here at $3.36 a couple times. Same thing with this resistance level, the pink line over here at $4.83. So I kind of just expect that pattern to continue. Like I said, could it dip below $3.36 and move, up in the, high $2 areas? That's possible, but I think those levels will get bought up pretty quickly, right? People are definitely bullish on Vertcoin, so I wouldn't be too worried if that happened. But this is probably a good accumulation area. I can't give financial advice. I'm not here to do so. I'm just here to share my opinion, but obviously this is a pretty big pullback, and it might last a little bit longer. So we're dipping back below the 50 line on the RSI. That's not the best sign, right? That was serving as some really nice support over here at 52, and moving down on the MACD. As far as this candlestick goes, not much to say. We pretty much just sort of bounced off this $3.36 area, and probably hear some consolidation in this zone right here for the near future, right? Like I said, the next couple days at least. Let's see what's been going on with Monero. Monero actually had a breakout, almost a breakout attempt, yesterday, I believe. And today we see that move down around a lot actually today. So we actually went as low as $98 and as high as breaking even above this resistance level all the way up here, right? Which has actually made its way to just under $141. So there's actually some interesting formations here that are going on with NEO. specifically, we did make a higher high today and a higher low, which is actually really surprising considering, you know, what's been going on in the market and how Monero has been moving around. But we do have now, you know, a little bit of an uptrend here in the making. So definitely going to be something to pay attention to and kind of just see how that plays out. That will serve as some added strength to move the price higher. You know, the MACD is actually still looking pretty good here, uptrending as it did here. We're kind of maybe going to test this $57 mark on the RSI, but seems like it's going to hold that support. Looking pretty strong here compared to a lot of the altcoins. Like I said, you know, I predicted this pretty accurately as well, and I kind of mentioned how I think we're going to see a similar move as we did over here. So kind of just moving up, you know, obviously it's a little bit weaker than over here, which is normal and honestly maybe a bit better, a bit healthier of a move. So kind of just expect it to keep on this path, and we'll see. It's really moving back up as of right now. See if it can move into this $121 area and hold in between that and $137. Yeah, get some consolidation there, see if it can move higher in the future, but overall not looking too bad here for Monero. Actually one of the stronger altcoins as of right now, which is kind of surprising. Let's see what's been going on with Omise Go. Not been performing that good if I recall, and yeah, today more red for Omise Go. So actually a pretty strong drop here, over 11%, and you know, indicators obviously moving downwards. MACD starting to move downwards, histogram starting to move downwards, RSI starting to move downwards. As far as this candlestick goes and what's been going on, you know, with the price specifically, we do have quite a bit of support over here at, you know, $5.93 more or less. So, sorry, $5.98. That's obviously going to be kind of a hard level to break under. So there is going to be quite a bit of support there. But with that being said, you know, we are moving lower as of right now. So we'll just have to wait and see if it gets into this tighter range again. That's probably, you know, a bit likely at this point. You know, like I said, it broke below this uptrend line. It is actually looking like it may be able to get back into that above that, which would obviously be bullish, but definitely a lot of weakness in the altcoin market, and Omise Go is feeling that. So probably gonna consolidate, I would say, into this tighter range like it did over here for a while at the very least. Let's see what's been going on with LISC. LISC moving lower as well, down about 8%, and also starting to taper off on the MACD. You know, we'll have to see if it gets a bounce, of course, when it reaches the orange line. It's still not there yet at all, but we did dip below this uptrend line, unfortunately, on the RSI. Now, there's a lot going on here on the chart. Sorry, I drew a lot of resistance and support levels. Maybe a bit messy, but basically what's going on? Well, you know, we made a low today of $4.56. Those lower levels got bought up pretty nicely. You know, we made our way back above this uptrend line, which is good. Not this shorter term one over here. We did break below that. And we can see a little bit of a peak here, a little bit of a top was definitely put in the short term. So probably as well going to get some consolidation here. The positive thing for LISC is it does have quite a bit of support levels going forward. You know, it has this uptrend line. It has the brown middle band over here, which is currently sitting at $4.95. And, you know, it looks like it might make its way pretty quickly back above $5 and, you know, about 38 cents. So it'll have, you know, various support factors that will help keep the price hopefully moving upwards. And that's, you know, at least something, you know, an added safety, I guess you could say, compared to a lot of the altcoins out there that are, you know, kind of on the edge right now. So yeah, this pretty much concludes this daily crypto update. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Otherwise, I thank you for watching and have a great day.